Welcome everybody to today's video. I almost always play Fallout 4 as Mrs. Sole Survivor. I think the husband is kind of a dork, really. I mean, just look at him. Anywho, my lady knows exactly who she is and what she wants. These are her stats, and this is her name, Mrs. Boss Lady. She's got that bossy look in her eyes and those thin, pursed lips. Man, I could gobble her up. Anyway, after getting rid of the creep at the door, it's time to get Doomsday underway so I can dump my ball and chain family as quickly as possible. It's here that I noticed that my baby, Sean, looks more like this random scientist woman here than I do. What the hey? But I haven't the time to think about it as I leap into my ice cube tray and wait for what's-his-name over there. Look at him waving at me like an idiot. I can't wait for my husband to bite the dust so I can bust out of here and take full advantage of that Black Widow perk as soon as possible. I'm out for revenge and I'm taking down as many men as possible, damn it. That's why in this run, I'm going to show you exactly how to become an overpowered killing machine by level 20. After hundreds of hours of playing this game, I've unlocked a secret path to obtaining the best guns in the entire game. The best melee weapons, the best companions, the best armor, really the very best of everything the game offers, the best start ever. And getting all 10 Grognaks magazines to increase your melee attacks with the best melee weapons in the game by up to 50%. And a lot more, all by level 20. I plan to use lots of guns in this run, but I want to be more melee focused as I will be getting the very best melee weapons fairly early in the game. So be warned, there'll be lots of stabbing, slashing, bashing, clubbing, decapitating and disembowelment in this run. Now I should inform you that this strategy does require you to have the next gen expansion packet, which includes the Far Harbor, Nuka World and Automatron DLCs. So if you don't already have it, go on, get off your keysters, click a few buttons and download it now. Trust me, it's totally worth the price and gives the vanilla game an entirely new dynamic that makes this best start ever possible. And we're going to be playing on very hard mode to keep it interesting. Alright now, enough chit chat, let's get rolling. Our first order of business is to go grab the first Grognaks magazine of the run, Jungle of the Rat Babies, from the ruins of our old house, and instantly gain +5 melee weapon striking power. Sweet. Next we attend to a little housekeeping chores, cleaning up this depressing mess as best you can. Scrap absolutely everything that isn't nailed down. Okay, next we head over to the Red Rocket to get our best boy ever, Dog Meat. How are you, boy? That's my widow, good boy. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and ransack the Red Rocket juke joint. There we go. And now we are ready to go get our very first exceptional weapon in the game, the CR-74L combat rifle. We find it not far from Sanctuary. And look at her.
Yes.
What a beauty. I'm talking about the gun, not her. Now there's a fairly long quest you have to complete to fully upgrade her, but we'll do that some other time. Right now we just need this baby to take us to the second best rifle in the game, which we'll get to shortly. For now, we'll just take this fine rifle as it is. Next, it's onto the sewer pipe at Walden Pond to get our first Tales of a Junkyard Jerky Vendor, How I Sold My Mom, to get discounts with vendors. We're going to have to buy a few key weapons from merchants, and we don't want to pay exorbitant caps for them. Then we get our murderous hands on the first legitimately powerful melee weapon of the run, the Big Jim.
Nice.
Although it too will soon be outclassed by an even better melee weapon. For now, it's a solid limb-crushing weapon, and we will upgrade it right away to make it even nastier. Yikes, that's gonna kill someone. At this early juncture in the game, we're now at a respectable level 4. And it's time to invest in our first perk points, which for this run will be Lone Wanderer. Fortune Finder to pocket more caps, and Scrounger for more ammo, both of which will be in short supply for a little while. Step 7 is critical, and that's to take the road down to the Drumlin Diner and catch up with Trashcan Carla. I don't like that she's called Trashcan. She's actually a pretty cool lady who's endearing in her own, well, in her own Trashcan way.
Yeah, so what's your story? Looking to trade? Rob me? Or just ask directions to Diamond City?
But she's critical to our plans, and once she opens her shop to you, she will almost always be found conveniently in front of our home in Sanctuary Hills. And she sells .308 caliber ammo, which we will be using quite a lot of. For now, we're going to purchase this critical piece of equipment from her, the military backpack. This, my friends, is the best early game wearable tool, your best friend. It not only looks cool and can slowly regenerate your health, it also increases your carrying capacity so you can bring home even more loot. Once you have this thing, you'll never ever want to leave home without it. And it looks friggin' fantastic. Look at it. Just look at it. After beating a couple of drug dealers to death, make your way over to Trudy inside the diner. And she'll also sell a good amount of .308 caliber, as well as lots of crafting supplies. So now we have 2 lovely lady vendors to trade with. Next, we'll make our way over to the junkyard northeast of Sanctuary Hills to slaughter these innocent radstags for their meat to craft into a consumable that will increase your weight carrying capacity by 25 pounds, which is very helpful at this early stage. You'll also want to grab some of these plants whenever you come across them to get better prices at vendors or other animal meats to significantly boost your melee power. Radstags and low-ranking raiders are already no match for my powerful rifle. And here is also where we get our first free power armor, though incomplete. But no worries, we will soon have a good collection of top-tier power armor to play with. Next, we want to make our way northeast to Outpost Zimonja, where we will find the second best rifle in the entire Fallout 4 ecosystem. At this shack near the railroad tracks, I killed a legendary bloatfly here, who conveniently dropped this find rolling pin weapon just for me. In the rundown shack, we find this note, which will begin the quest, the Quantum Stag. And nearby, we find the hunter and the rifle. The lucky Manuel carbine rifle. This rifle is the shit, dudes. The real McCoy. But first, you have to kill these pesky Maya lurks, including this legendary claw fist. They can easily one-shot you. I died twice. I hate these crab suckers. And they are the reason we got the CR-74L rifle in the first place. It also helps to put some distance between you and them and use the terrain as cover. Eventually, the beasts succumb to several pounds of heated lead, and I get this fairly decent legendary armor piece as a bonus. I only wish I had this on me before I had to fight them. But here it is, ladies and gents, the second best rifle in the entire Fallout 4 world. It's a doozy. Once fully upgraded, it's just an amazing, amazing gun. And the legendary effect takes full advantage of VATS to deliver incredible power, as you will soon see. And if you follow the blue trail in the quest, you will eventually come across the Manuel Hunter's rifle, which has a legendary effect on animals. And this is what the rifle can do, while still only at level 11. Two overpowered rifles in one quest. These two guns alone can easily take you through the endgame and beyond even. By this point, you should have earned enough perk points to have invested 2 points in big leagues for melee power, 1 point in rifleman to boost the Manuel rifles, 1 point in Gun Nut to craft better weapons, and 1 point in Hacker to make life a bit easier. Alright, so we now have the second best gun, a deadly pipe wrench, our best buddy Dogmeat, and my travelling sales gal Carla on my team. And this armour set cobbled together from bits and pieces I've picked up along the way so far. But things are about to get way better for Mrs. Boss Lady, because nothing makes a boss lady happier than having others to boss around. But first, it's off to the nearby ranger cabin to pick up this wasteland survival guide that grants an extra layer of protection. You're bound to get hit in a melee encounter, so this is a valuable perk to have early in the game. Next, we head off to the Wicked Shipping Fleet lockup warehouse, which is just a quick stop away to pick up our second Grognak, Blood on the Harp, for another +5 melee damage boost, and take the key to open this trailer that will always be restocked every couple of days with goodies. Alright, things heat up with this next step. Make sure to put on the power armor we've collected so far and head back over to the Drumlin Diner, where we send this unlucky raider flying 50 feet in the air with our powerful Manuel rifle. And then make our way southeast along the main road until we come across this spot right here, where we will find a couple of dudes in heavy power armor. This encounter will kick off the Sentinel Control System Companion, and this one mission will completely turn the tide in our quest to become overpowered quickly. You should be strong enough to take these guys down and steal their power armor. Here goes! Not too shabby. Now you can strip them clean of their armor, along with this guy's stuff. Pick up the transponder and head over to the propane station to complete the next stage of the mission, which will pit you against a really dangerous fellow named Dawson. He's right there. Kill him.
Play games with me, huh?
And anyone else there. Then take Dawson's armor. And look at that. He's dropped this sweet ghoul submachine gun, among other handy things. Loot the station.
There we go.
And activate your very own heavily armored Sentinel bodyguard. This machine now works for the boss lady. He is selfless. And he's non-judgmental. Has no likes or dislikes you have to worry about. Or scolds you when you ask for more money or do morally questionable things. Courageous, built like a tank. A pack horse to carry your things. And, like Dogmeat, he doesn't count as a companion, so it is possible to take him and Dogmeat as permanent companions throughout the entirety of the game. And still take advantage of the Lone Wanderer perk. You can also swap his armor with any other power armor pieces and equip him with weapons of your choice. His default weapon is a laser gun, but I'm going to give him melee weapons instead, because he's a lousy shot who misses more often than he hits his target. And it's a lot of fun watching him just beat the crap out of enemies. We head back home with our prized possessions, and now the commando team of merciless killers is set. Boss Lady, Dogmeat, and the Tin Man over there. And as you can see, we're only at level 11 with a few choice perks. We are now ready to head over to Far Harbor to get the top weapons and gear before we reach level 20. Along the way, I stop by Outpost Zimonja after decapitating its defenders to pick up this handy perk for night travel. Then, I take a lovely stroll with my friends on a brilliant sunny day to the boathouse by the beach. I go through the motions to get us to the point where the Nakanos fork over the key to their boat. We'll stop here for the moment because next we're heading into Nuka World to get the best knife ever made by human hands and a few key magazine perks. But first, we have to survive the Gauntlet. And here's a nice demonstration of how awesome the Sentinel Companion is when you equip him with a melee weapon. He just beats the living shit out of things. And you can stand back and watch and save precious ammo while the armored killer hunts down and smashes ghouls, mutants, robots, deathclaws, or anything else that tries to harm you. And before you know it, you've reached the end of the Gauntlet and take out Coulter in the gimmick boss fight. And just like that, you've made it to Nuka World at just level 13. And I'll put my 2 perk points into Perception for VATS and Locksmith. Okay, that was the hard part. We're eventually going to buy that awesome knife, but we don't have the caps to buy it just yet. For that, we're now going to enter Far Harbor to fatten our wallet. We need something in the neighborhood of 6,000 caps or so. We fire up the boat and sail off with their weird, robotic cat tagging along. Here, kitty kitty. We arrive at the mysterious, fog-covered, creepy island, greeted by these friendly, unfriendly folks. And after fighting off a fog creature attack, we want to immediately pick up the Mariner's quest to go find her some tools that are going to make us big bank quickly. But first, we head up north along the main road until we reach this wrecked rail car that contains this awesome green Vim power armor suit. It's just sitting there waiting for you to come put it on and move along. We swing by the warehouse to pick up the Mariner's tools. I hack this legendary ghoul into a bloody mess, and he coughs up this nice melee pipe from the pool of blood. And step outside and run into an NPC named Machete Mike. What a cool name. He offers us 2,000 caps for the tools.
2,000 caps right here, right now. Deal?
We haggle him up,
$27.50.
We have a deal.
and once the deal is done, we're going to hack poor Machete Man to death with this blood-soaked tire iron axe and take even more caps from his still warm dead body. And just like that, I'm holding 6,666 Caparinos. You'll fail the Mariner's mission, but it's no big deal. Now, we could fast travel back to Nuka World to buy the best knife in the game right now, but we're not leaving Far Harbor just yet. We'll pick up some more awesome legendary weapons from local enemies as my team beats the hell out of whatever we encounter. As you can see, I only have 65 bullets on hand, and I don't have to waste any more of them here. Look at how my tag team Chads just tear that beast to pieces. Big Jim has crippled its legs, and now it's completely helpless.
Threat eliminated.
And there goes its skull. What a team! We make our way to Echo Lake Lumber to pick up one of my all-time favourite melee weapons. But first, there are these pesky ghouls that need decapitation services. And there it is, the Harvester. This is no ordinary ripper. I'll showcase this bad boy for you in a bit, but it's a must-have melee weapon you'll use often. And finally, we're going to join up with those kooky Children of Atom fanatics in order to enter their headquarters, where the absolute best rifle and best melee weapon in the game lie. So I run the quest to get their stupid relic thingy.
Perfect.
You're back. More than I expected.
Go inside, and immediately run to this lunatic to pick up the heretic mission. I rush off to find the crazy lady, and waste no time chopping her to pieces. I don't care what her stupid beliefs are, really. And return to the freak.
And show no mercy to the enemies of Adam.
And he gifts us this, Atom's Judgment. Yeah, it is the best skull-crushing, radiation-infecting death hammer ever conceived. And it's yours at level 16. And all you had to do was eliminate a troublemaker heretic that no one is ever gonna miss.
You looking for weapons, ammo, plenty of gamma rounds.
Let's see what you have.
And the last bit of business in Far Harbor for now will be to find this man here, who is going to sell us the absolute best ballistic gun in the game, the Kiloton Radium Rifle. And with some great mentats and our vendor discount perks, it's a steal at just 976 caps. I'll take it, thank you very much. This gun is the shit. And it's yours at level 16. No other .45 caliber weapon can match its ferocity. The bullets explode and can send shrapnel out to do peripheral damage. And it also deals significant radiation damage. When you are able to fully upgrade its parts, it will always be your highest damage-dealing gun in your inventory. Now with a pocket full of caps, the Lucky Manuel rifle, the Harvester, Atom's Judgment, and now the Kiloton Radium Rifle. There's only one thing left to get, the knife. The best knife ever made. And for that we return to Nuka World, where we search for a vendor named Caitlin Alden. And we're lucky that we've run right smack into her now, because she travels a lot and she could be gone for days. So we approach her, and she gives us this snooty comment.
As long as you keep your eyes on the merchandise and off of me, I'm happy to do business.
Yeah, I gotta admit, you're pretty hot, Toots. But guess what, bitch? I'm pretty hot myself. Take a look. You want a piece of this? Anyway, she sells the thing we desperately crave. The aptly named Throat Slicer. But as you can see, it's selling for the eye-watering price of 7,358 caps. And it's fast. Yikes. I thought I had enough from my Far Harbor exploits. But no worries. We shall soon fix that. I sold some items at the Nuka market and then approached her after first taking a grape mentat. I thought about raising my charisma by 1 point, but instead put it into big leagues to immediately upgrade my melee skills. Now, if a grape mentats alone won't reduce the price enough, I'll have to upgrade charisma. For now, the mentats should do the trick.
Right. I'll take a look. Sure.
And it did. 5,000 caps. Shit. I can spare that and still have caps left over. And so, at long last, it is mine. The Throat Slicer. If you've never used knives in Fallout 4, this is the one to use. It's just sick. And immediately upon purchase, it's among the highest damage-dealing weapon in our arsenal. And it will be even better once we fully upgrade the blade. And while in Nuka World, we make sure to grab these two scav issues to boost the Throat Slicer. And our tongues, which is a kind of knife, you could say.
Bingo.
And here's a sample of the Harvester in action, as promised.
Yeah.
As you can see, this Deathclaw is utterly helpless as the Ripper locks it in a permanent stagger and it bleeds to death before your eyes. And the last thing I'm going to do in Nuka World for the moment is get one of the best guns in Nuka World from this crazy psychopath. To get this for free, you merely have to have a very high charisma rank and respond to all his questions aggressively. Now, I only have 7 charisma, but I've put on a laundered green dress that boosts my charisma by 2 points, bringing me up to +9. And I'll down this bottle of ice-cold beer that adds another point to shoot my charisma all the way up to 10.
Now we'll show this punk who the real boss lady is around here.
You'll do what I tell you.
Ha! You might make it out of here alive after all. Name's Mason, the Pack's Alpha. This here's our side of town. You might be overboss, for now. But I'm the boss of the Pack, and it's gonna stay that way. Long as you don't go forgetting that, we're gonna be fine.
I'm not here to make us friends. I'm here to make us some caps.
I think we're not so different, me and you. I want you to have this. Consider it a token of our mutual understanding and respect.
And after you've out-alpha dogged him, he just gives you this. The Problem Solver. True to its name, it will solve many of your problems. Now that we have obtained the best melee weapons, guns, and goodies, we can concentrate on beefing up our non-power armor apparel. And to do that, we'll stop by the Parsons Insane Asylum to kill the guards who wear fairly decent combat armor at this low level. I gave them a nice Enclave paint job, and I sported this cool elephant head helmet that makes me look sexy and extremely dangerous, I think. Now I'm going after as many Grognak and vendor magazine perks as possible before crossing the level 20 threshold. I'll start by heading over to Diamond City to activate important vendors and get this awesome deadly baseball bat for its powerful VATS perk. 40% less VATS cost is no joke, my friends, and it looks so menacing. Then I'm off to trigger a mission called Pyro, to obtain the sweet Hellfire armor set, which will give you the coolest power armor available at this level. We're so powerful, the rumble is over in seconds, and we now have this sweet armor set. Poor fellow is splayed out like that on his back. Jeez Louise, but look at it. What a beautiful metal suit it is. Damn, I'm actually scared of myself, really. Don't want to run into me in a dark alley. Or even a well-lit one. The boss lady looks ready to really work someone over, and she's going to do just that. Now, it's just perk magazine hunting until we hit level 20. I'm definitely aiming for all 10 Grognak perk magazines, but I'll also pick up a few other ones that will greatly enhance our already powerful arsenal of weapons to ridiculous levels of savagery and barbarity. So off we go to retrieve them over the next 2 levels in this very specific strategic order. Here goes. At the Super Duper Mart, we'll pick up our second Tales of a Junktown Jerky vendor, The Art of Haggling. At the Museum of Witchcraft, after our companions beat the living shit out of this Deathclaw. Look at him go with Adam's judgment. Makes it look so easy. I grab our third Grognak. What sorcery this? In a bunker over at the Rook family house, we complete a mission for this old kook, and we get access to our first guns and bullets.
Someone dropped you on your head as a baby? Or did you have to work to get this stupid?
There we go.
At Swan's Pond, we find Grognak number 4, Enter Mauler, War Maiden of Mars.
Nice.
In Good Neighbour, we find 2 magazines, one at the Hotel Rexford, our first Live and Love, an experience to remember, and in the bathroom at the Third Rail. It's Live and Love's advice from married men. I bet it's, don't get married, idiots. Don't need a magazine to know that. At Backstreet Apparel, we grab Grognak number 5, Lost in the Snows of Lust.
Nice.
Ah, been there, buddy. At Mystic Pines, it's Tales of a Junktown Jerky vendor number 3,
Bingo.
Take your business on the road. Approaching level 20. Atop the Mass Pike interchange, we battle our way past this Assaultron. Or rather, my bodyguards battle past this Assaultron.
And I provide the occasional gun blasts to the ribs in a supporting role.
So I can get my hands on Grognak number 6, Fatherless Cur. What a title, eh? Alright, all this exploring has brought us to our goal level of 20, and we still have a few more items to get. Keep in mind that these perks are going to just keep adding up as we move along. By the Reed Marina, I chow down on some Yao Guai roast just to see how much more insanely powerful it will make me with the throat slicer. And there he goes, flying off to the bottom of the sea. That's just so mother freaking fun, dudes. And we find Live and Love number 3. Talk yourself sober. An odd perk to be sure, but there it is. At Hyde Park, we pick up Grognak number 7.
Yes.
The Lair of the Virgin Eaters. In Lexington, inside the Corvega assembly plant, we snatch up Grognak number 8 in the bosom of the Corsair Queen. Sounds like a romance novel.
There we go.
And while we're here, we'll grab the only bobblehead in this run so far, the repair bobblehead, which makes our fusion cores last longer. Not too bad.
Yes.
Next, we head over to Andrew Station, where we find Grognak number 9, Cometh the Tricksters, just lying here on this ratty, nasty mattress. And finally, deep in the bowels of Vault 75 under the Malden Middle School, we finally get our hands on Grognak number 10. Demon Slaves, Demon Sands. And thus we have acquired all 10 Grognaks shortly upon reaching level 20. And I'm going to put my last perk point into the Black Widow perk, to send dudes flying into outer space with baseball bats and serrated combat knives. And there you have it. I've got my gal, Mrs. Trashcan Carla, selling me supplies right at my front door at a marked discount. I've got dog meat, the Sentinel bodyguard, I have a shitload of power armor, all the guns, knives, clubs. I have this sweet little man cave for the boss lady to hang out in, complete with that sweet all-American power armor and cushy sofas. And she's landscaped the old sanctuary hills with rows and rows of trees. Green, lush, living, breathing trees. And I haven't even met up with any factions. No Preston, no Railroad, no Brotherhood of Steel. Just my boys and me. The boss lady is gonna live it up. But for now, she's just gonna sit on this bench right here and just soak in her success. I'm so overpowered at this point, I almost feel sorry for the hundreds of people, robots, ghouls, rodents and crustaceans I'm about to slaughter. The boss lady rules, and so will you. Thanks for watching, if you've made it this far. Give this build a try. I'm sure you'll have a gay old time. Cheers, mates. Until next time, right here on this channel.